This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Neither side given an inch in this midfield war. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. The ball bounces back off the post. The rebound. No flag is raised. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Our hold to make it predictable, and then Uruguay. Cause chaos, yo. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Vinus is stepping in right away to help out and immediately leaves the situation. Lopez eaves to get a much better position to attack. The whole back line of Cape Verde is forcing. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Uruguay dominate the midfield, shaping up perfectly, and then they overload the attack. And a little bit of luck. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Uruguay got a little bit of luck with a ball from the far post. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second of D26. This is perfect for Uruguay. The half is up, and Cape Verde are looking worried, concerned about the injured player as well. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Their best player production-wise with Eva. He's been crafting chances. That's why you've seen it all. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Better decisions, you beat the pressure and then the decision. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. The energy in this stadium is something special. Leeds, you cannot give up the ball so easily. Force peeing Phil. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Uruguay should keep the ball and not rush their decisions. Let's hold on to it and control the game. They throw in the towel and they're in chaos. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. A slow walk back toward the circle where we will see a bit. Let's see if that call goes to the video assistant referee. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Going to be the reason. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Well, due to an injury, B. That's unfortunate for Capelli. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Uruguay let a goal in, and then lost a player to a Cape Verde challenge. Uruguay lose a player to Cape Verde, now in comes a substitute. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Eskis was getting help when the play went up. Went up the field, Vinna said to heck with that. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. He's coming off now. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. He's coming off now. Arcandro, the injured player. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Looks like he was heading back to the bench to put on his Cape Verde FIFA World Cup gear. Did he not have permission to go on? The drama building with every passing moment here. Uruguay have had it ruled a goal. Va will Uruguay Cabo Verde. Cape Verde are playing with three Cabo Verde player. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Marajo and Kevin Pina stoppage time. What a Cabo Verde versus Uruguay. What a half. Let's see who has. Next 5 minutes to take momentum. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Uruguay are grabbing that momentum and heading into the locker room at halftime. They're going to push hard. At halftime, Uruguay will push. Cut off there. Cut off there. The pass ahead. Back. The pass ahead. Back in another danger. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Get away with it. A good skill, and then Montero. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The open player on the left sideline, Lopes Corral. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Giving it right back to Uruguay. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. They're doing a good job, as we'll see. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Cape Verde are doing a good job under pressure. Advantage, there's space between the lines. But again, the final effort not. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. But again, the final effort's not what they want it to be. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. what they wanted to be. Uruguay. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Uruguay have the ball, and it's out to Caceres. The crowd are roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Out to Caceres Oliveira. 4th minute of stoppage time, minimal. Sanabria cuts the ball under pressure. Uruguay pushing forward. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Sanabria cuts the ball in line, passing it on. Pina tries to break free with the pass, but it's blocked right there. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Uruguay are chasing more goals before the first half ends. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. The first half whistle that's deflected with a player down in the box for Uruguay. Watching movement. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Watching the movement of Venus, even though he is. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. His movement, and we saw that in the Occupy Center back with those type. The drama building with every passing moment here. Uruguay's runs were well defended in the end. The defender opens up space for. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. The Uruguay midfield, it's really key as this game goes on, just a change in tempo. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Bentancur in the middle, Valverde squaring it with contact, Uruguay keeping. The energy in this stadium is something special. A Uruguay player driven in, cleared out, and then that diving header. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Cannabio, Uruguay. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. That's the moment we're talking about, folks. Uruguay taking on Cape Verde Islands in this thrilling clash. Uruguay have all the time and space in the world in this match. They've really smashed the backline today, Uruguay. Command numbers forward, there's a great picture. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Sion Nordrak the Werner's easiest goal you will get. From Cannabio. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. FIFA World Cup movement outside and in, wonderfully placed in wood. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Tie the game late in the first half, and that one puts it. The lead going into halftime. Uruguay now. First time in this, actually. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Uruguay came from behind again. Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde, AFA World Cup. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Verde, Uruguay in stoppage time. Cape Verde, not sure how much is left. Quick thought on the first half. Wow, what? What a treat for us, Cape Verde. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Show us why they are here, and at the pun. This position, staying patient when they do. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. When they needed 2 massive goals in this crucial moment, potentially if nothing else happens. Headed into halftime, and it's shaping up to be a real thriller. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Uruguay is heading left with the ball, looking for that crucial pass to break the deadlock. Cano Bibio scores a game-changing goal for Uruguay, coming on as a substitute in his first game under Verde. Tonight, and you could speculate, a starter in Game 3 already in Guadalajara, Caceres. The drama building with every passing moment here. Caceres and Ugarte charge up the middle, but it's denied. Middle denied back the other way. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Back the other way. Arcangel looked like he was about to make a move. The energy in this stadium is something special. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Rodriguez rockets into space, shielded by Uruguay's Cape Verde. Imagine parts of this will deflate the team. They don't see the half out, now they have to. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Halftime Uruguay, Cannabio 45+M. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. And that's the halftime whistle. We'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. And we are back underway for the second half, the crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Canabio 45 plus, Maru Habe Carrion. Hivinsired is Cape Verde. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uruguay are carrying the momentum into the locker room. Locker room at halftime. See what they do with it. Ugarten and Cape Verde for. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Say Cockrays and Novice Underschrift. Cáceres and Duarte are back in action. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Uruguay back, driven by Cáceres. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Call us in there. Nobody. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Nobody got hurt, the ball's going out, and it's a throw-in. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Sanabria with this throw, back Oliveira. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Oliveira and Ugard on the left. Side tapped out over the sideline still belongs. Uruguay in key. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Uruguay in quickly to Oliveira. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Garte, Cáceres, second half moments old. The pace of this contest is breathtaking, with threats in the skies above dark cloud. Weather holds off to the right. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Bentancur with the ball. Uruguay pushing forward. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Escapes Oliveira, now Valverde. Looking for the give and go. Doesn't happen with a bit of the drama building. With every passing moment here, doesn't happen with a bit of a push there and another. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Duarte recovers now, clears way, third player run. You can see Muslera. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. You can see the 2 blocks of 40 watt. Ugard, neither side giving an inch in this midfield war throughout this tournament for the Mondeswiant man. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Getting the third man in to run, getting the third player run for Uruguay is a crucial move. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Balls in, let's that one. Vo's in, huh? The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Let's see that one go out for a throw-in. Kevin Pina, the whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Field Oliveira from Gary Rodriguez, Gilson, Benzimo, Telmore, Canjo. Oliveira from Cáceres, the long ball from Cáceres into the box never got there. And Cape Verde. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. And Cape Verde starting out with little, if any, possession. The energy in this stadium is something special. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uruguay are charging forward, and it's a header out of the box. Uruguay won a corner after a solid header from the defense. Great beginning to the match. Connecting passes are opening up space that type. It's really tough to defend when you can't even see the ball coming because it's so quick. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The keeper for Cape Verde is watching the mother of the goal, son, play. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. The corner came in near the post. Uruguay's defender headed it away. That's the first real chance of the game. End-to-end, hard-in-mouth football right now. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. If Cape Verde is to score in this half, what is the defensively, as we've seen when they break the first line? What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Times where they could use individual quality to make the difference. Offenders that is needed, and then the decision-making. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Then the decision-making to be Intero able to take care of possession. Opportunities for them, the referee will bring. The drama building with every passing moment here. One back, I think he's now giving. There's the foul. Off. Relentless intensity. Neither side willing to give an inch. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. There's the foul. Off the ball at the last second. Something for Cape Verde to think about, a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Half. Good pressure on that. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. From Uruguay, who thought they won it, but there. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. World Cup O2G Mr. G. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now, in the stands. 3 there. Good fortune. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Uruguay just got a big break, and we don't know how it's going to play out. This could be a real turning point for them. Z1 until it's there. Uruguay breaks it up and passes ahead into a promising move. The energy in this stadium is something special. Into the middle, as it is laid off a gorgeous pass. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. A gorgeous pass ahead laid off by the Uruguay captain. Uruguay really dominating in Cape Verde with the ball this half. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Dort finds space in the middle, then plays it wide. Uruguay played wide to pin the after score. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Scoring the first ever goal in history. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Loops corral, defender 1 versus 1, drop the shoulder, tempo. And when you talk about decision making, the intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Near the frame, look for the next best pass. Better positions, everything correctly, but the Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Final decision letting them down, leading to the Tia. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. They got a little rattled there and let in a goal, in quick succession. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Cape Verde are on the attack and breaking the shackles. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Ugart has a ball, he's breaking it up, and now he's playing it back. The back keeps it rolling to the right. Now outside the box, drop back, Ugart. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Ugart, still a battle for the ball. Still a battle for the ball. A strong header back grabbed. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Vozina, better from Uruguay. Something we saw in the second half. Ties late with Oliveira, no room. Room there goes in Wyatt, Captain Clay. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. The drama building with every passing moment here. Ugarte with an overhead kick. Ugarte overheads and Sanabria cannot catch up. Headed back as the Valverde. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. The ball is collected and sent back into play. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Baco Rojo, Sanabria, Uruguay, and Uruguay are through in the 55th minute here in Miami. The energy in the stadium is something special. In Miami, Varela Canabio. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Varela Canabio that is good patience from. Uruguay shutting down Cape Verde's entry into the halfway line. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Uruguay are keeping the ball moving side to side with much energy and control, appreciating these moments with a forced. Uruguay are really pressing Cape Verde to force them into mistakes. Bodies on the line every inch of this pitch, a battleground. They look to play beyond without needing to go to quick hurry V-Day. Waiting for those moments for spaces to open up day. The game like they were in the first half. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Uruguay take control of the ball from a throw-in, quick thinking and sharp movement as they look to dominate the game. Uruguay are back in action, cannot sit back and pose, they have to find ways. Uruguay are really pushing forward to take advantage of those wide channels, nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Uruguay are really pressing high after the break, keeping Cape Verde Islands under constant pressure. Pressure after break, the line of pressure Cape Verde making. Nervous moments as much as possible. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Another great crowd in Miami majority. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. The majority are cheering for Uruguay over Cape Verde with a lot of support. Support tonight, you heard it on the first goal. Sent across by. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Pina sends it across and it's a massive hit, knocking the ball out of play. A play with a throw-in for Cape Verde, Cape Verde's far side of the stadium, headed away. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Cape Verde are pushing forward in search of a recovery, looking to take control of the match. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Uruguay need to attack and keep the ball to take control of the game. We've seen that from all three in the midfield. The energy in this stadium is something special. Uruguay are really pressing in the middle of the park right now. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Subs are coming on near the fourth official. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Freshen things up. Yud getting pulled from behind. That's got to be a yellow. The drama building with every passing moment here. That's got to be a yellow card, a jersey tug of war. That would be tough to protest. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. That would be tough to protest. This is why you have to be careful. This Cape Verde team has the ability to go quickly. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Understanding of the pressures coming from 16 Matthias Oliveira. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Uruguay cannot afford to play this game, inviting Cape Verde Islands into the tournament. Uruguay are in real trouble here, defending this area. It's a big risk to be giving up possession. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Players are coming out now for the kick. Well, substitutions on the way. Acosta Arela players are heading out now. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Number 9 and Rodriguez is the bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. The other now you have a free kick coming up. Cape Verde just smashed the first goal from a free kick. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uruguay's left wing back is now 23 yards out from the goal. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Same idea applies. Keep low C if you can get some band. Uruguay have 3 in the wall instead of the 2 we saw. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Instead of the 2 that we saw good on free kicks. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Gluff that a few years ago, but here it is after that big. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. It's after that big build-up and a player down. After that, did not just hit the ball, it hit this player. Tough to take. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Tough to take right in the head, but really well. Dope. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Uruguay, did you like? Absolutely not. The drama building with every passing moment here. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Did not think so. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Did not think so. A tough job as we just showed. Uruguay, words cannot describe. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Words cannot describe that Vinicius was the player down. The energy in this stadium is something special. Cape Verde are standing tall and holding their own in this clash against Uruguay. Uruguay are showing their class again. Even with such a small squad, they're taking control in the first half against Cape Verde Islands. Uruguay are rightly smiling and looking happy. They let the first half slip away, but Everything they need to do is just to not get caught on the wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Uruguay take the lead with their first goal, then the little rattle after the second. Cape Verde Uruguay. Final third earning possession. Getting some free kicks have to be more. Uruguay need to be more dangerous with that shot, and Cape Verde are pushing back. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. The shot's been taken and Cape Verde has tied it up. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. It's wild in Miami. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. Tay and Nork and Bruca of 22 Grang hit is wild in Miami. Look like the second half some. Uruguay have the ball in their own half. Capitalizes exactly why we were saying. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uruguay cannot afford to be lazy. They've got to be sharp with that ball. A careless ball, what is Muslera doing coming off of his? Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. From the substitute, the first touch sets himself up. Touch sets himself up to get it past Muslera, and then both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Uruguay equalizes with their second touch of the net to draw level in this match. Verde, goals change games. Goals change games, and it has changed it again. Wit. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Varela making history with their first ever international appearance. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Uruguay knows it's on the crew. They ream. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special, unnecessary, good control of the second. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Already, and when it matters most, don't take care of the ball, Uruguay. That's exactly what you want from the substitute. Reads it so well, and then Muslera coughs. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Nothing, he can do that first touch. That first touch to set himself up, all he has to do is, the noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Into the back of the net. The energy in this stadium is something special. The second time tonight we're level. They're level Cape Verde on. The drama building, with every passing moment here, coming the distance, the faith, and the pass-driven. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. How fast the momentum can shift. And this ball had everything. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Canabio 45+, Helio Varela M. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Cross-ray, they have to use this momentum. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Right below us, to the right, is where the Cape Verde Islands. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Mod VFR, where the Cape Verde fans are going out to play. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Two variety best option to take it off the quad set up for success. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Tempo, was that his first touch? Yeah. This has been the story for Uruguay. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. God's moments of brilliance and a connectivity fluid movement in. They need to take care of possession. Pressure they put themselves under, and they concede. End to end, heart-and-mouth football right now. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Didal tries to get back in the game with a long losing run. Last second fought hard to get it back, but it's back, but he touched it last. Bye. A throw-in for Cape Verde. Wow. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Almost don't want to see the match break coming up because the whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. It's a fantastic game in Miami with momentum on both sides. Fantastic game in Miami. The pressure is on Uruguay, or the FIFA World Cup. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. All the pressure on them coming into everyone though. Cape Verde, Uruguay. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Verde has something to say now. They need above Verde FIFA World Cup. The game with fresh legs on the front line this Uruguay. Uruguay are on a roll. Keep pushing forward. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Hydration break. You can see Núñez. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Núñez on his feet, and unless something changes, he's staying right there. Be the first substitute for Uruguay. Valverde shot is coming, it's blocked, second chance. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. It's blocked, second ball up for grabs. Valverde blocks. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. For grabs Valverde, blocks still fights Cape Verde, escape. Canabio 45 plus, Helio Varela Mema. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high, with a narrow shape. Even if the ball, the feet, and there's no chance, still give yourself more of a positive position. The drama building with every passing moment here. Uruguay is really pushing forward, getting closer to the goal line. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Núñez is all set to take the lead, but De La Cruz is ready to step in. Of those subs, turn the game around. A week. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Around a week ago here, the past and back. End to end. Heart-and-mouth football right now. And back for Canabio, who keeps it in play one. The moment going out for a corner. Well done. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Kinetic spots. The moment going out for a fifth World Cup O2. Uruguay is throwing the books in the air, and so is Cape Verde Islands. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Núñez from Cape Verde is Cape Verde's Núñez and De La Cruz are. But nobody's given the signal yet to make those. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Uruguay haven't made those substitutions yet. The corner was headed away. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. And Canabio stays on site. The pass back shot. A last-ditch back shot from Uruguay hits the post and bounces away. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Butcher post losing its tucks and the flag was up. Chai had a close call. What a scramble. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. What a scramble and a little bit of luck in this moment, Cape. A good whipped-in ball, but the shape is even. Uruguay are in complete control, and their shape is making it really hard for Cape Verde to break them. The last second, Canabio creates space. He gets a little touch, allowing it to almost. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Uruguay almost broke through against Cape Verde with 2 players on. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy of the moment. Uruguay's peace football unites as they go for the back post, but the goal is flagged offside after a VR check. Uruguay finally get it. VAR check on the goal. Who's wearing the armband tonight? They're checking the VAR for the goal. Goal. Was it the initial ball to VAR check goal? Canabio. We haven't checked that goal with VAR. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Ryan Tournament. A referee is checking the VAR goal. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Brian over himself to look. VAR has handled everything. VAR check goal. Let's begin our rules expert. What did you see with a VAR check on the goal? The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The referee's off-site decision is a factual call. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. Timor's player to the corner, went over the goal line. VAR check over. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. FAP 206 are on the goal line, therefore. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Going to signal for a match break. Capelli breaks, but instead he's letting the subs come on. Ugarte is out. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Dixtive predicts that Ugarte is out, Venus is out, and both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Ugarte's out, Venice is out, and Pina's out on the other end. Pina is out on the other end for Duarte. Right now, he scored the first goal. He just etched his name into the history books, scored the first ever goal for Cape Verde. The energy in this stadium is something special. Cape Verde history, the second goal came later from Cape Verde. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Varela and that one tied the game up. You're not 12 years old. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Bell ring. The drama building with every passing moment here. Additive sins the Euro Ross. The whole stadium on his feet, sensing something special. Celebrate responsibly 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Y beer. Like that. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Hydration break. End to end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Helio, welcome back to Miami in a hydration break. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Miami through the World Cup v Rumneka. Welcome back to Miami Anna, while in each team hydration break. Miami last night didn't see a goal, but tonight hydration I break. We're in Miami, but tonight, treated to World Cup brilliance on both sides of the hydration break. We're Miami done yet hydration break. Now the challenge for Uruguay is to regain control hydration break. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Uruguay lose possession deep in their own half as the ball is played across to Cinto, who's in a good position to break the deadlock, the path of Varela. Now it's about regaining hydration break. The roar goes up again as they surge forward, the final third hydration break. Fouls for Cape Verde, just 3 hydration breaks, B2-2, bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. Amazing 3 fouls. Interesting part, hydration break, 202G, even though they didn't have the majority of possession by. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Substitutions, nothing but 1 foul. Hugo de Vina showed ability in the attack. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Substitutions now, we see the quality of De La Cruz Nunez, and Uruguay are on the ball with possession, 1 versus 1, little movement from the opposition, a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Uruguay are struggling to find any real movement off the ball to break down Cape Verde Islands. Shows why they've been exceptional in this tournament. D. Doritz Dure, play. Cardet Lopez play is stopped, Uruguay off to a better start. The crowd roaring their team forward, what a setting this is. Possession moving the ball well, but only 1 shot. For the possession, 1 reason why we made. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. 1 reason why we made the point that Uruguay cannot. And just try to manage. The drama building with every passing moment here. They should use that to see the game out. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Uruguay are on the attack again, and it's looking like they're about to net their 3rd goal of the match, moving forward with purpose. On the left side, numbers are moving for Cape Verde. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Cape Verde are pushing forward on the right flank, looking to break the press and create some space against Uruguay. Uruguay are handling the ball out smartly. That's a good move. Law's smart idea to let this roll out we have Menchani. The energy in this stadium is something special. Substitution into the mix. See if you can El Doherty free. Yard box. A corner. A corner for Montero if they want to. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. They want to go short. He's ready to go. End-to-end, heart-and-mouth football right now. Ready the outswinging all in white on the last touch by Uruguay. It's another corner. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. It'll change the taker of the corner instead of Montero. Corner kick instead of Montero. It's Lopes Cabral charging forward, driven to the middle of the action. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. The middle, second ball coming out ahead. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Coming out ahead of Transcendence, which the cross. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. To foot. From distance theirs. Uruguay win the ball back and they're throwing it into the box. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Cape Verde, what a ball that was. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. It's off and they're off and running. Previous claw offside. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Running previous play, we heard Dr. Joe is talking about the mind and coming back. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war, and coming back across hard to see from our angle row. Verde, that would have been a. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. That would have been a dagger missing in the past. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Araujo was missing in the past, but now he's here. Araujo's on the side of the box. Box, on the left side, Cape Verde. It driving long, nodded down the pickup. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Pickup slicing through to the outside. That nobody is there except for bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. De La Cruz is making a run into the center for the forward. Has been excellent. He has been. He's been a real outlet and the layoff goes to the pack. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. The ball drops to the path. He's off and running. It's the diamond. It's him! Uruguay need to stay tight defensively in those crucial moments. Uruguay is bringing on another substitute from Cape Verde Islands. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Substitute coming up. De La Cruz into the box. End to end. Heart and mouth football right now. Uruguay's Z5 is settling in, looking to turn nowhere to go. Keeps it in. Verde has a player down in the box. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Now pushed back to Oliveira off to the side to La. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. De La Cruz Nunez, turning, looking lost eye-wry. Uruguay lost possession in the box and it's worked back to space. Da Costa just launched it back into space with a big play here. Costa, a big play here. What a tackle that is. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. What a tackle. Both players are down. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Both are down. Play continues into the box end. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Into the box and settles drives it across. He wanted Nugents to win the ball. Players down at the other end. Will they play? You can cut the tension in here with a knife. World Cup players are back. De La Cruz. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. I just said Da Costa is coming in. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Substitution out, that to lay the ball off Jamir Montero with. The energy in the stadium is something special. Uruguay's substitutions causing some trouble for Jamir Montero. The crowd are on their team forward. What a setting this is. Substitution coming in as other players are brought into the Hierro game. Game with some of the other subs, so Montero is out. That's it for these subs for Cape Verde. Cape Verde, Uruguay. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uruguay can make as many as 3 changes if they wish to see Tandale. Neither side given an inch in this midfield war. That's another one. The ball turned over. The referee comes. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Over nothing, ruled a clean tackle. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Over nothing, ruled a clean tackle. Cape Verde 5 World Cup Celeste. The drama building with every passing moment here. Tackle as he just gets back to his feet, the ball sent long. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. His feet, the ball sent long. Barella now muslera on-handed the thurible, one of the greatest for Uruguay. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Uruguay in Suarez plays for Miami. Nerves jangling Mel as the tension ratchets up. Miami cleared by Lopes, important. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Important positioning because right now Cape Verde. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Becords has a foothold in the game across his. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. FIFA World Cup 2022 is heading away. This is Wild with Chance EVA. Best Network America's FIFA World Cup 25th are both going for it. Now at Janjuit, Uruguay are making a substitution now, bringing on Rodriguez to replace the current player. Coming in, maybe he's just run out of gas with the effort he's put in. Gas is giving it his all in 2 games. Trent throws it in, and Cape Verde clear it away. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Cleared by Cape Verde. What a group. 5 first. Day each team had 1 point. Uruguay are going to win this one tonight, no doubt about it. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Rodriguez takes the wide shot, and it's a massive miss, another one. Uruguay, Sanabria back in the action. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. Sanabria is backing up in Miami. Miami minute, the long throw in. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Uruguay's long throw into the box was way too slow. Núñez from Cape Verde tried to get it, but it didn't quite reach, blocked, and finally cleared away by Lopes. Away Lopes, Canavio lost the last. Canavio lost it there. Last touched by Cape Verde on the right side. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. On the right side, the pass to Canavio. Canavio back to Valverde, give and go across. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now, give and go across. Wazina grabs it. Of him Rosita head bodies collide. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Bodies crashing together in the box, Uruguay's players tangled in the chaos. Freda Rodriguez is making a nice move on. The ball is looking for Sanabria on the turn. The energy in this stadium is something special. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. The ball. Valverde. Rodriguez. The drama building with every passing moment here. Rodriguez launches the cross, but it's denied on the first time. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Uruguay are looking to really push forward and take control of this match. Play Vivi Sanabria. Sanabria hit it straight up the battle for the ball. Núñez charged at the ball, and others joined the scramble for possession. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. For Uruguay, get the ball in the box. Cape Verde, the focus has to be there to see the game. Whatever you can battling. It's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Uruguay win the 7th corner for Uruguay. Rodriguez takes it coming back toward him. The throw in Monday morning in this. Rodriguez is coming through. He's got it. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Cannavio, De La Cruz in the middle. Valverde. Mirpam CZZ middle. Valverde leaves it, cut off. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Valverde in line play spilled the rebound shot. Blocked, look at that. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. The ball is smashed straight into the heart of Uruguay's box. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. The defender's angle is coming across to make the pass. Huge defensive assignment, really well done by. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Really well done by Cape Verde. Rodriguez again too. A deal shot is blocked. What chances? They're both going for it, trying for it. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Going for the 3 points up for grabs. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. 2-eye for grabs, Rodriguez once again. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. On the far side of the stadium, the Uruguay players are making their way to the dressing room, looking tired but determined. Uruguay's defender heads the ball straight up the middle, just missing the near post. Up the middle, Sanabria on the left for Rodriguez, that is. Uruguay picking up some good momentum right now. Here toward the end, Here toward the end, De La Cruz, Bentancur. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. The energy in the stadium is something special. De La Cruz, Bentancur, Valverde want it. Uruguay. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Rodriguez is pushing back the other way, and it's getting tougher in the past 2 minutes. The ball is played back up the middle, but it's blocked. A few of those from the last. Is Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment? Another solid defensive play from Uruguay, but yes, keeping the pressure on. Cape Verde's midfield, Z5. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Cannavio 45 plus, Helio Varela M. Verde and Uruguay get off throwing. This is what the World Cup is all about, edge of your seat stuff. The crowd roaring their team forward, what a setting this is. Throwing, Valverde and fresh legs moving toward the. In line, getting close to double figures. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric, everyone for Cape Verde saying. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Defensively, the corner is driven into. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. The ball drops in the middle, heads down loose into the box, right to the edge of. Uruguay charges into the box, pushing to the edge of the penalty area, fighting for every inch to claim victory. A card comes out for the foul. Lenovo AI outside the box. Referee review. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. De La Cruz was brought down. This catches a trailing leg of De La Cruz. Uruguay turning up the pressure here. FCF, you can't keep conceding to larger corners or free kicks if you want to win the game. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. You can still grab the win, but it's a real gamble. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. How tight this is, isn't that something? The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Stepping back, VVS sometimes div up and over the wall to dip in time. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Time right inside the end-to-end, heart-and-mouth football right now. Time right inside, De La Cruz over the ball, the drama building with every passing moment here. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch, one of the options to go low and hard to the far post. On the whistle, Valverde. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. Striking over, frustrating. He certainly has the quality to strike from there, but to get, it's Uruguay in the ascendancy at the moment. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. The crowd are roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Eclipse is trying to get it under the wall. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up, picked up on the far side. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Picked up on the far side, goes out the player, out in lead. The player goes out, the ball goes out, Uruguay cleared the line. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. We've gone past the half. With 8 minutes played, it was the goal scored. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Barilla went down on the far side. Barilla just pulled him out. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch, with a push in from behind. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. De La Cruz launches it long, and Núñez charges in with 2 defenders closing in. Cacala Núñez is trying to slip through into the box. Into the box, plays it across, and it looks like wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. 2 players went down in a heap, and the ball is out. Down in a heap, the ball pushed forward. Forward with nowhere to go. Wonderful work from Núñez. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war, sitting in the channel 1 versus 1 capability. Beat his player, but this ball across to separate himself. The pace of this contest is breathtaking, dangerous. Everybody stays in their own goal. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Coming across cannot make the play going to the. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. The play is heading to the ground to get something on the end of it. Cape Verde, bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. For Costa, blasting it off Sanabria. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Sanabria's shot is cleared off by Duarte. From distance blocks retrieved, and both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. All the players are really getting into the back and forth game. It's Uruguay and the ascendancy at the moment, and for game already had a match break with no more. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Minutes gone in stoppage time, attempting to keep it low. But that work from Lopez to Camacros. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Come across offsets Ganabio at the last second. The last second it's going to be. Second, with Cape Verde jumping over Saudi Arabia. The drama building with every passing moment here. Muslera is doing really well. That one had some pace on it, and he did. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Every ball contested until the end. Cape Verde in the FIFA World Cup. So Uruguay are really digging in, looking for that tiny edge to tip the scales. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. End to end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Both of these teams are putting in so much work. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Time lifted long toward Núñez. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Da Costa drives it in. Couldn't find. Cape Verde surged forward on the right wing. Uruguay firmly on the front foot right now. Fida, good support coming into the middle. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. The ref has given a corner kick to Cape Verde. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Cape Verde are telling Uruguay to keep it simple, no more than a corner. Costa has had a bin. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Uruguay nearly breaks free from the defender could have gone to. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Away from him, last second frilly quality opportunity late. In these dying moments, no VAR intervention. Corner will be taken to the middle. The energy in the stadium is something special. Middlesbrough's head is away. Now, that is brave, and it was. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Cape Verde did it when it mattered most, securing the win against Uruguay. Cape Verde still have the numbers. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Duarte is leaving it. Duarte cuts it out, fires it, and it's blocked. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Out for a throw, taking turns with. Uruguay turning up the pressure here, both area taking turns with momentum. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war, taking turns with momentum, just incredible. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Moreira is going to get it back, but it's going to be denied. Moreira gets it back, denied but kept in play. Lopes making the play, with a free kick from distance. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. The ability to evade defenders and collect the ball. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Previous play. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Da Costa is in position, yards away from the goal. The Uruguay player drives in, stops, and there's no reply. The drama building with every passing moment here. Jerseys were waiting for the rebound. Nerves jungling now as the tension ratchets up. Rebound. We're into the 8th minute. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Stoppage time all the way back to the goal, and it's picked up. What a night. Each team has lead, and each team has come back to draw level. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Uruguay haven't found the net since that one. 1 hour mark, but there have been chances. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Mock Bull B, but there have been chances driven long well wide. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Cape Verde just delivered a stunning team performance. They're on fire. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. The game gets off to an early goal and then concedes, back-to-back forcing them to trail. But the work they keep putting in to do it is. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Uruguay are flying in the air with a collective run from the backline to the box, and they're overwhelming Cape Verde with their pressing and energy. Uruguay are really pushing back now, and Cape Verde are struggling to keep up. That's a foul. Force the issue on Uruguay in this. For Cape Verde to get another point, they need to take the lead in the match against Uruguay. Uruguay are showing real grit to come back from being down, but it's no easy task. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Uruguay are not going to let the free kick be taken, that is it. And a tale of resilience and redemption, where Uruguay clawed their way back from 2 goals down to force a draw, while Cape Verde held their own with. A draw that encapsulates the spirit of this clash. Uruguay's grit meeting Cape Verde's tenacity, a testament to the beauty of football, where under